Hi again, my amazing artists. Welcome to our second activity that you could pick from for our first week of virtual art learning. This activity is going to be a drawing activity that might challenge you a little bit to look at your favorite toy in more detail. We're going to be using observation to help us draw our toys. Here I go. I'm going to start with my learning target. I can draw from observation. Again, remember, observation means using your eyes to look at either an object or a picture while you're practicing your drawing skills. Even I, as an artist of more than 24 years, still practice drawing from observation because, well, I'm not perfect yet. Right now, I want you to think in your head about what toy or toys you might like to pick for this drawing exercise. Go ahead. Think about it right now. If you've thought about your favorite toys, please go ahead, pause the video, and go find them. I went ahead, I've already found 3 toys that I might like to use for my drawing today, and I'm going to show you my 3 options and which one I'm going to pick. My first toy that I found was one of my giant inflatable crayons. And whereas this is a really fun toy to play with, it's kind of a simple toy, and maybe it might not be at my level of drawing capabilities just because of how easy it is. My second toy I found was Mr. Zebra. I went ahead and I brought him home from our PC art room to make sure that he was home and safe and creating with us as well. Mr. Zebra is a nice complicated kind of toy because he has texture and pattern, and he's also very movable, so I can pose him in different ways that might look more interesting while I'm drawing him. My last toy that I decided was actually a new toy that I've been trying out, and that is my roller skates. Roller skating is something that Mr. G, my boyfriend, really loves to do with his friends, and he's encouraged me to try to learn something new with my roller skates as well. I'm still practicing though. I'm not that great yet. Maybe though, because of the fact that this is something new that I'm trying and new that I'm practicing, my roller skates might actually be the perfect thing for me to draw today. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pick one of my roller skates to show you how I would draw it and break it down using observation. So I have my roller skate here. This is the toy that I decided to pick to draw from today. Besides my toy that I'm going to be looking at, I'm obviously going to need some paper to help me draw, as well as a pencil and a good eraser. Now, normally I would start out by drawing nice and lightly on my paper, but I know for you friends watching this video, that might be kind of difficult to see. So I'm going to start out drawing as dark as I can to help you see my drawing a little bit better. First thing first, I'll look at my roller skate for which way I might want to put it to look. I can turn it many different ways and find the most interesting side to choose from. I personally like having it sideways like this, that way I can see the wheels, I can see the shoe, and I can see some of the laces, which I know are going to be a little bit of a challenge for me personally to draw. Go ahead and set that down, and I want to break it down now into lines, shapes, and even if I see some letters as well, I want to go ahead and look for those. I personally think I might start with the wheels because they're a nice basic shape. They're both circles. So I'll go to the bottom part of my paper where I'll go ahead and put my first 2 circles. Again, I'm drawing as dark as I can right now in order to help you see what I'm drawing. Normally, I would start much, much lighter, so that way in case I made an oops, I could go ahead and erase it. Now I'm going to look at the bottom line of the shoe. It's a nice straight kind of line above the wheels, so I might start there next. I'll go ahead and draw my line across. All right, now I need to figure out how the wheels might connect up. I see there's kind of a little bit of a connecting kind of piece to help bring it up. I can start adding more details to my wheels right away, such as adding the inside parts of the wheels, going all the way down to those kind of fun little nuts and bolts. Or I can save these details for later. You get to choose. All right, Next, I'm going to kind of look at the shape of the top part of my shoe here on my roller skates, how it kind of curves up. So it starts up here by the toe, and it kind of comes up and curves. Then it comes up to the top of the shoe. Okay, the top part of the boot kind of curves back down. So maybe I'll start curving back down before it bends and curves out. Now again, if I make an oops at any point, I have my eraser there to help erase away any of my small little mistakes that I might make. So there's the start of my roller skate. I have the shoe laid out. I have the wheels with a little bit of detail, but I don't think I'm quite done yet. I need to add more detail to help make it look even more like a roller skate. For example, I see up here at the toe that there's a little black stopper. So I'll go ahead and add that in and how it kind of curves to help show that. Maybe I'll go ahead and add that black line that shows the bottom part of the plate where the shoe connects to the roller skate with a nice straight line. And then maybe I can go in and start adding in some of these stitched areas to start showing some of the different parts of where the shoe is made up. All right, I've got some good details started, but again, it still doesn't look quite like my roller skating shoe yet. I see that I'm missing maybe a shoelace that kind of comes out. I might add that part in. There's a circle, and then my shoelace itself kind of comes down across my shoe. Now, because that comes in front of some of my designs that I just made, again, I might need my eraser to help erase out some of the stuff that was behind it. Right now I'm starting to add in some of those shoelaces that I can see. I don't see a lot of the shoelace. They kind of bubble up like so. They kind of almost look a little bit like teeth from my point of view. I noticed that my shoelaces actually have some lines on them that help give them a little bit more detail. So maybe I'll go ahead and I'll add some light lines in to make them look more textured as an extra detail on them now to help give them more of that look. All right, I'm just looking it over one more good look. See if there's any other small little details I might want to add, like maybe some stitches. Maybe I might want to add some of those shapes that I see in the wheel wells. Kind of look like rectangles and triangles. And I'm going to finish up adding any details that I can see to help make it look more like my roller skate. Now, remember, as an artist, practicing a skill like drawing from observation is very important to help build your artistic muscles. But while you're working on it, as an artist as well, if you want to change things that you see, that is called artistic freedom. So while you're working, if there's things that you don't like, for example, maybe I don't like the fact that the brand name is on my shoe, and maybe I would like to change it to something else like my own name, I could do that with artistic freedom. So while you're drawing and practicing using your observation, try to build on the things that you see, and then as an artist, choose to go in and change things to make them more how you would like them to be. And there's my roller skate. I hope that you'll have fun practicing drawing something that you have at home that you enjoy playing with and seeing it in more detail by practicing drawing from observation.